Yes, guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Milenga TV. Welcome to your match reactions for the game that happened yesterday. We need to take a look into the games that happened yesterday, and boy, were there quite some upsets yesterday. I mean, that's the beauty of this Afcon. Sometimes you may think the game is going to go one way, and then you're proven wrong, and then the game just takes a totally different trajectory, and that was quite evident in yesterday's games. But before we get into the match reactions for yesterday's game, let's do a little bit of housekeeping as we always do on the channel. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Do us all a favor, make sure you hit that like button, make sure you subscribe to the channel, Milenga TV, much appreciated. Now let's get into the match reaction, starting with the first game yesterday between Equatorial Guinea and Guinea. And one thing I did say about Guinea was they have this ability of staying into the game. They can be quite a difficult team to break down. They can ride their luck and stay into the game, and yesterday that was evident in terms of the way that they played. But how that game panned out was crazy, because coming into the game, Equatorial Guinea were full of confidence, the top goal scoring team at the tournament as well, housing the top goal scorer at the tournament, Emiliano Nsue. He was doing bits, and on paper, when you looked at it, it really looked like there was one winner, but there was one significant thing that happened in the game that changed the trajectory of the game. Obviously, the red card to Federico Bicoro, I hope I got his name correct. Yes, Federico Bicoro, really changed the trajectory of the game, and it really swung the game in the favor of Guinea. But even aside from that as well, Equatorial Guinea did have a chance to take the lead when they won a penalty, and rightfully so. I do think it was a foul. There's quite a lot of fouls being given away, so I can understand the referee at the time not giving it, but in real time when I saw it, I thought it was definitely a penalty, but the referee maybe didn't have a good angle of it. He was quite close to it though, but yeah, he didn't give the penalty. Went to the VAR check, gave the penalty, and if there was one player you would have wanted in that moment is Emilio Nsue, because he's been in top form. He's been their goal scorer, he's been their talisman, so he's the right man that you would have given the trust to. I think he does everything well, but unfortunately his shot comes off the base of the post and goes out for a goal kick, and at that point you really did feel like that was Equatorial Guinea's moment. It's already a man down. You've been given a huge chance in the game to actually take the advantage and hopefully get swing the result in your favor. But then they missed that penalty. And yeah, a good thing about Guinea is that they kept on pushing, they kept on probing. It was interesting. I actually didn't know this guy actually was in the Guinea camp. Cyril Gurasi. I mean, he's been doing very well in the Bundesliga as well with VB Stuttgart, if I'm not wrong. I didn't know he was actually on international. I didn't know actually he was with the Guinea team, because I thought he was injured and he wasn't gonna feature. But yeah, he came on yesterday. Wasn't really giving a lot of service, but it looked to be that threat. Hopefully we'll get to see more of him in the next game, in the next matchup in the quarterfinal. But yeah, he came on, and yeah, they kept on pushing, they kept on probing, and they found the winning goal towards the end. Mohamed Bayo with the second goal in the tournament as well, winning it with practically the last kick of the game. And like we said, the beauty of Afcon is most of the people would have looked at Guinea and they thought they're not the one. They would have looked at Guinea and thought they're not going to get through. But hey, fair play to Guinea yesterday. Kept on pushing towards the last minute, and what a chance. They had a chance as well prior to that. I felt one of their players as well, key players, I've forgotten quite his name, but he had the chance to square it to Gurasi, but then he hit it straight into the goalkeeper. But then they had one more chance, and yeah, practically won it with the last kick of the game, and Guinea booked their slot into the quarterfinal. So fair play to Guinea. And then in the second game that took place between Egypt and DR Congo, I always thought this game was going to be cagey, because like I said, both teams prior to this game had come off the back of 3 draws. Egypt 3 draws, Congo DR themselves 3 draws, and so it was just really looking like a draw was on the cards practically, because the way I saw it, because both these teams don't really give a lot away, so it kind of did look like a draw in my opinion. But yeah, they took the lead first. I believe who scored? Was it Elia? Yes. Mishak Elia actually gave Congo DR the lead in the 37th minute. They won a penalty, the Egyptians. Was a penalty in modern day football. I mean, if you're gonna flare your arms as well, it's likely you're gonna give away a penalty, and he did give away a penalty. Their talisman, somebody who's been very key for game, Mustafa Mohamed, takes the penalty, scores his 4th goal of the tournament, and at that point there wasn't really much to separate the two sides. There was a red card late on, second yellow for, I believe that was got Hamdi Sharaf. Just had to check my notes. Hamdi Sharaf got the second yellow in the late stages of the game, and yeah, between the two there wasn't really much. It went to penalties, and DR Congo on the day, the Egyptian goalkeeper Gabao, is it Gabao or Gabao missing the penalty, and then the DR Congo goalkeeper Mpasi taking the chance, and Lionel Mpasi taking the chance, and yeah, booking DR Congo's slot into the quarterfinal where they're going to play Guinea. Now that's again another matchup I really didn't anticipate happening, but again, like we say, the beauty of Afcon is you can never really write anybody off. So even if one team looks like they're resounding favorite to win the game, you know, you can't quite write off the underdog. So fair play to both Congo, DR, and Guinea for getting past and making part into the quarterfinals. One of them is actually going to play in the semi. I don't know if it's actually going to be their first time. I'm going to look that up if it's going to be either his first time in the semi-final. But Congo DR, let's not forget, two-time winners as well. So they're looking like silent underdogs. We're going to see how they get on. Guinea themselves as well, they've got Gurasi back. If they can play through him, they can be a problem. They can be a threat, because like I said, they've got this good ability of sitting back, absorbing the pressure, and then when it's time to attack, they've got some good players, and they've got some good talented players that can attack very well. So it'll be very, very interesting to see how that quarterfinal matchup goes on. But that was your match reaction for yesterday's games. Let me know what you thought about the game yourselves, or either game themselves, in the comment section. Much appreciated, and I'll see you in the next match review, people. Take care. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, Molenga TV. Much appreciated. Thank you, and see you in the next video.